Hey guys, what's going on? It's Obezgaming back again with another video, and today we have a Serie A starter squad for you guys. Now the Serie A has a lot of really cheap beasts in it. You can build a starter squad like this for less than sort of 20-25k, and it's got some real stars in there. I think it's a really good league to start in, purely because the players are a little bit cheaper than the likes of the Premier League. You don't pay that Premier League tax, and it offers you some really good options for cheap prices. So to begin with, the formation we're going to start out in is a 4-3-1-2. And that's just simply because I think some of the better players in Serie A are central players. But jumping into the first position, and that is going to be our goalkeeper, and we're going to go with STRAKOSHA. And he's a really good option purely because he's 6'4" tall, really good stats, 82 diving, 84 reflexes, quite nice. There's a lot of options in goal in the Serie A, but this is the one I've gone for purely for the height more than anything else, as we know tall keepers win you matches. In terms of the next sort of option for the keeper, once you want to upgrade him, you've got to be looking towards Szczesny. He's the best keeper in Serie A, and he's really not that expensive. He's looking at about 7k. Moving over now to right back, we are going to go with LORENZO from Napoli. This guy's got some really nice stats in him. 84 pace, 76 defending, 3-star, 3-star, 6 foot tall. Whack a shadow on that, and you should be absolutely fine. 94 pace, 86 defending, and you're laughing, really. You're only going to be looking at about 2,000 coins for this guy, so for that price you can't really go wrong. In terms of your next option there, you're going to want to be saving up for Cuadrado from Juventus. Over to centre-back now, and the two centre-backs we're going to go for are going to be Ibanez and LUIZ FELIPE. Felipe, to begin with, has decent pace at 73 and good defensive stat as well, prioritising the defending a little bit over the pace on this one, but 73 is not to be sniffed at. A shadow really bulks him up, and you're going to have defending stats in the 90s, so he'll be absolutely fine to be playing at centre-back in this sort of early game. And now moving across the strong link over to Ibanez. Now this guy's probably going to be one of the slightly more expensive ones in this team, and the reason for that is he's a centre-back with 81 pace, so you can't really expect much less. He's 6 foot tall, and as I said, really high pace stat for a centre-back, and still good defending as well. I mean, you know, 77 rated overall, but you're not too bothered about a lot of those stats there. The agility's decent, the defensive stats are high, and with a shadow you can be boosting that into really good territories. In terms of the next players to go for these two, you want to be looking at Manolas, Koulibaly, and then if you do have the funds, go up to Skriniar to really get the best of the best in Serie A. At left back, we are going to go for Haps. Now this guy, there's not a huge amount of options at left back, but for 87 pace, I mean the defending's a little bit low at 68, so you're going to definitely be wanting to stick a defensive chem style on him and get that boosted up. But there's not too many options, so this guy stood out because of the pace, but yeah, you are going to want to be boosting up that defensive stat, as it is very low. He does have decent agility as well, so that should cover for some of the defensive situations. But yeah, as I said, boost that defending, and then in terms of your next option here, probably next up is Alexandro, and then eventually work your way up towards Theo Hernandez. Moving up into the midfield now, obviously with us playing the 4-3-1-2, we want a few box-to-box midfielders in there to cover us defensively as well. So the three we are going to go for are going to be Zambo Anguissa, we're also going to go with Weston McKennie from Juventus, and PEREYRA from Udinese. And the reason for going for these three is they all offer quite a lot, both going forward and defensively as well. McKennie especially is a player that I've really enjoyed using early on in the game this year. But similarly, Zambo Anguissa has some really nice stats across the board. Shooting not great, but other than that, he's looking good. And you can go in a number of directions with a chem style. And the same goes for Roberto Pereyra. He's probably a little bit more of an attacking of the three. But you could go with either Zambo Anguissa or McKennie in the middle and the other two out in the wider positions. That's definitely how I'd suggest playing it, is the defensive one more central. In terms of your next steps, you want to be going for Vera 2, Kessie is a big upgrade on Zambo, or even Barella as well for Pereyra. There's actually numerous options in Serie A for the centre mid position, but those three are the next steps in my opinion. Kessie can really lock down that centre defensive mid position, and Barella and Vera 2 are also both very good all-rounders. In terms of our cam now, we are going to be going for Henrik Mkhitaryan from Roma. He is a centre forward in game, so bear that in mind if you do go to buy him. But this guy has really flown under the radar. He has got a hell of a card this year, and he is very cheap. 85 pace, 83 dribbling, 80 shooting, 79 passing. As a cam, there isn't much more you can ask for a player this cheap. You can go numerous directions with the chem style. He's 4-star, 5-star, so he is very, very good. I think he's flown under the radar a little bit in a lot of squads. He's a great player to go for early on in the game. He also has 88 stam, so you know you're not going to be needing to sub him off. He's also got the finesse shot trait and the flair trait, so there's really not much that this guy is missing here. In terms of our strike partnership, we are going to be going for Muriel and Victor Osimhen, and that's completing a really deadly front three there. If we're jumping in first with Osimhen, he has got some very nice stats. He is very quick for quite a big man at 6'1". Good sprint speed, acceleration a little bit lower, so you might want to look to boost that. Really good shooting, other than the shot power, again, probably a hunter to boost that up. Good jumping and decent stam, and he's 3-star, 4-star, so the skill moves leave a little bit to be desired, but the weak foot is there. He's also coming in at round about 1,000 coins, so for that I think it's a very, very good option. And finally, to partner him up front, it is going to be LUIZ Muriel. Now this guy again is a very good starter card, 4-star, 4-star, 89 pace, 83 shooting, 86 dribbling. He is about as meta as it comes. He's a great finisher, really quick, and just gives you everything you need in that early game striker. In terms of this sort of front three, the improvements there, I mean, there's not a lot of options up front in Serie A. That's the only place where they lack. I think Lautaro Martinez is a decent option to work towards. Immobile's got quite a decent card this year, and also Dries Mertens has been downgraded, but he still is a very, very meta player. But in terms of who you'd want to replace it, I think you want to be keeping the Mkhitaryan and Muriel in for a while. It would probably be Osimhen for Lautaro, or Mertens would be my next step for improving that front three. But that brings me to the end of the video, guys. I hope that's helped you, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.